I scored this sweet lakefront cabin on Vancouver Island so I could finally kick back and catch the sunrise over the water every morning, no one bugging me. Then my nephew hits me up and goes, "I'm flipping your spot into an Airbnb. You can crash in the spare room when it's empty. Be stoked, I'm even looping you in." I didn't beef with him, but when he rolled up with his first paying peeps, they got the shock I'd been cooking up for weeks. Before I spill the beans, hit that subscribe button for Shattered Vengeance and drop in the comments what time it is where you're at right now. The real estate chick's pen scratched as she signed the last page. I was chilling in her office in Sydney, staring at the October rain smearing the windows, gripping the keys to something I'd been dreaming about since my wife dipped out 3 years ago. The pad set me back for $112,000, 37 years slinging meds at the pharmacy in Victoria. Every extra shift, every holiday I grinded through, every vacay I blew off, all that hustle turned into 800 square feet of beat-up cedar on half an acre of prime waterfront. "Congrats, Mr. Cartwright," Jennifer said, shoving the deed across her desk. "You snagged a killer spot. Saanich Inlet straight fire all year. Thanks." I pocketed the keys and shook her hand. My hands were steadier than I figured. The drive from her spot took 40 minutes, snaking through coastal woods till the road popped out with water views. When I pulled into the gravel driveway, I killed the engine and just vibed there. The cabin was 50 feet from the water, hemmed in by arbutus trees with that funky peeling bark. A massive blue heron was posted up in the shallows, frozen like a statue, on the hunt. No traffic jams, no sirens, no neighbors yapping through thin walls. I unlocked the door and stepped in. The old owners left it spotless but bare. One big room with a mini kitchen and wood stove. A bedroom that barely fit a queen bed. A bathroom with a shower I'd have to squeeze into. The windows faced the water, and through them I could spot ferries cruising in the distance, white against the gray waves. Perfect. I spent that first week settling in slow and steady. My stuff from the Victoria apartment slotted right in. The leather armchair parked where the morning light would hit it just right. Books on the built-in shelves sorted by topic. Pharmacy mags I'd never cracked open properly. History tomes, 3 novels my wife was obsessed with. Tools hooked on the pegboard in the tiny shed out back. Fishing pole mounted over the door. Everything locked in, turning chaos into chill. By the next Saturday, I had my groove. Up at dawn, brew coffee, haul it to the deck, and peep the sun rising over the inlet. The heron swung by most mornings. Seals bobbed up near the shore. Once a squad of orcas cruised past, their fins slicing the water like black sails. I rang my sister Carol that night. "I'm in," I said. Finally settled. "Thomas, I'm pumped for you." Her voice was all warm and fuzzy. "You've earned this. After all that crap with Margaret's sickness, all those grind years, you deserve some peace." "It's super quiet," I said. Exactly what I was after. "Marcus has been grilling me about your pad. He's all into real estate these days. Did I mention?" Something in her vibe made me hit pause. "Nah, you didn't say that. Oh yeah. He's been scoping investment spots. Him and Vanessa are straight hustlers." She chuckled, but it sounded kind of forced. "I think he might want to swing by soon. Check out what you've done with the cabin." "He's welcome anytime," I said. But a little red flag popped in my head. "Just tell him to buzz me first." We yapped for another 10 minutes before bouncing. I kicked it on the deck after, watching night creep over the water. The red flag kept nagging quietly, but I brushed it off as paranoia. Marcus was my nephew, Carol's only kid. Family, you know. The call dropped 2 weeks later. I was chopping firewood out back when my phone buzzed. "Marcus," the screen said. "Uncle Thomas. Finally got ya." His voice had that slick salesman drip. "Mom said you're all set up in the new digs." "Yup." I dropped the axe and strolled to the deck. "How's you and Vanessa?" "We're killing it. Listen, I've been eyeballing your spot on Google Maps. That's primo waterfront you got. You know the rental vibe on a joint like that?" My grip tightened on the phone. "Rental vibe. Urban short-term vacay rentals. Your cabin could easy rake in for maybe $5,000 a month in peak season. More if we spruce it up a bit. I've crunched the numbers and the ROI is nuts. Marcus, I bought this to live in. It ain't a rental, I get it, But lemma lay it out. You're parked on a gold mine. We could team up. You and me. I'd handle the bookings, cleaning, all that jazz. You just cash your cut. And when it's free, you crash here. Spare room's perfect for ya. The balls on this guy knocked the wind out of me. The spare room in my own cabin. Think of it as an investment spot you get to use too. Best of both worlds. I'm fronting all the work, Uncle Thomas. Just say yeah. Nah, Marcus. This is my crib, not a side hustle. His vibe flipped. God, I see. That's short-sighted. You're retired. Solo out there. What if shit hits the fan? What if you need dough for doc bills? At least mull it over. Ain't nothing to mull. Appreciate the call, but no dice. We'll chat soon, he said, and dipped before I could clap back. I stood there clutching the phone, staring at the water. The heron was hunting in the shallows again, chill and steady. I envied its simple life for that. Night, sleep was trash, kept replaying Marcus's line. Spare room's perfect for ya. Like my cabin was his in his head, and he was doing me a solid by letting me squat. 3 days later, Carol rang. Thomas, Marcus is pissed. He says you shot down his biz pitch without even thinking. Carol. He wanted to turn my cabin into an Airbnb and stick me in the spare. When it's booked. How's that a pitch? It's my home. He's just trying to help. You know how hyped he gets on ops. Vanessa's pushing him to stack a property empire. He can stack it with spots he buys himself, not mine. Pause. You've changed since you bounced out there. You sound edgier, tougher. I sound like a dude guarding what took 37 years to grind for. After we hung, I parked at my kitchen table and whipped out a notepad. Old pharmacy habit. Log everything. I jotted the date of Marcus's call. His exact words as I recalled. Carol's follow-up, not cause I thought I'd need it. Just cause details dodge drama. The next 2 weeks were mellow. Slipped back into my flow. Morning Joe, reading. Afternoon shore strolls, evening fires in the stove. Started thinking Marcus backed off my no. Then on a Tuesday morning in early November, I was swapping a rotted deck board when a sedan rolled up. Marcus and Vanessa hopped out. No heads up. Uncle Thomas. Marcus waved like we were buds bumping into each other. We were in the hood. Figured we'd pop in. Vanessa, all tall and fancy in threads too pricey for a drop-by, scoped the spot like an appraiser. It's tinier than I thought from the listing pics, she said. What listing pics? I set down my hammer slow. Oh, just the real estate shots from when you copped it. We've been deep diving the property. Marcus climbed the deck steps uninvited. Can we dip in? We gotta chat about something big. I thought about bouncing but Carol'd here and I'd be the jerk. 5 minutes. Got errands in town. Inside, they posted up at my kitchen table like a board meeting. Marcus whipped out his phone and fired up a spreadsheet. I've done mad research since we talked. Your cabin, marketed right, could pull $60K a year gross in rentals. After costs, that's like $35,000 to $40,000 profit. Split 50/50ths, you'd bank $17,000 to $20,000 easy money. I don't want easy money. I want my crib. Vanessa leaned in, her voice soft but scheming. Thomas, can I shoot straight? You're 64, solo in a remote spot. What's your 5-year play? What if you need assisted living down the line? Spots like this tank in value if they're not kept up and used smart. I'm keeping it up fine. For now, Marcus said. But real talk, how long can you solo this? We're dropping a win-win. You get steady. Cash, we run the show. The spot gets pro-managed. My answer's the same, not renting. Marcus's face turned stone cold. You're being selfish, Uncle Thomas. Mom said you'd be a pain about this. Carol said that. She's worried. We all are. You've ghosted everyone out here. Not thinking straight about your future. Sweating help from fam who gives a damn. Vanessa stood. We should bounce. Marcus, he ain't seeing sense yet. At the door, Marcus spun back. Think hard, Uncle Thomas. Might not get a sweeter deal, and if you flip later, terms could suck more. They split. I watched their ride fade down the driveway, then hit up Carol ASAP. You tell Marcus I'd be a pain on his rental scam, Thomas. I just said you're mad attached to the cabin. He's worried about you solo out there. We both are. I ain't solo. I'm chilling alone. Big diff. Is there? Margaret's been gone 3 years. You've dipped from everyone. Bounced to bumfuck nowhere. Now you're beefing with fam tryna help. The words hit cause they had a sliver of truth. I did pull back after Margaret passed. Pharmacy gig felt pointless without her to head home to. But pulling back ain't the same as going nuts. Carol, I'm good. Was in town grabbing supplies when I spotted Happy here. Tell Marcus to chill on pushing. I'll chat with him, but maybe meet halfway. Let him rent at Summers. Crash with me in Vancouver when guests are in. Bye, Carol. I hung before she could drag it. That evening, I hit my laptop digging BC property law owner rights. What counts as harassment? Took notes in my neat pharmacy script, all organized. 2 weeks later, a flyer in a coffee shop window. Killer waterfront cabin. Epic escape. The pic showed my deck, my view, my arbutus trees. I stepped in and asked the barista, "Oh, some dude's plastering these around." Paid me $20 to hang it a month. The flyer had a site URL. I whipped out my phone and hit it. Site was slick. Saanich Inlet Hideaway. Book your dream vacay. Bunch of pics of my cabin from all angles. Inside shots through windows. Booking calendar. Rates, $300 night, 2 night men. My pad listed without me knowing. Contact, some sketchy email, sonniquinnalrs@gmail.com. No phone. I scrolled the calendar. 3 bookings marked, 1 in 2 weeks, 2 in December. I drove home careful, fighting the urge to floor it despite the rage boiling. At the cabin, I checked every window and door. No break-in signs, but Marcus was inside before. Coulda snapped pics then or peeped through windows on sneaky visits. I rang Jennifer, Mr. Cartwright. Straight up .agent, need a lawyer rec. Property pro, everything cool. Someone's renting my cabin without green light. That's bogus. Here's Richard Morrison's digits. He's clutch on disputes. Morrison's office in Victoria. Drove in next morning. Brought my laptop with the site up and printed screens. He eyeballed it all. This is fraud. Your nephew's pocketing cash for renting what ain't his. We can hit civil and criminal. Wanna know all options first. Criminal means our CMP fraud probe. If evidence stacks, which it will, your nephew could catch charges. Fraud over $5,000 is heavy in Canada. Civil, sue for damages. Injunction to shut him down ASAP. Maybe claw back any dough he grabbed. Less drama than criminal, but gets it done. How fast? Cease and desist by tomorrow. Injunction filing a few days. Do it all. And I want cams at my spot. Dropped $800 on security that afternoon. 2 cams on driveway and deck. 1 on back. Motion triggered. Cell linked to cloud. Installer had M live by night. Morrison's cease letter shot out next day registered to Marcus's Vancouver address. It was thorough. Threatening civil and criminal if site ain't down in 24 hours and bookings refunded. Marcus called at 7. You sixed. Your lawyer on me with threats over a mix-up.mix-up. You listed my spot without okay. Collecting dough for shit you can't offer. I was pushing the biz plan we talked. Thought you'd cave once you saw I was for real. We didn't talk jack. I shut you down multiple times. This is whack, Uncle Thomas. We're fam. Should be teaming, not lawyering up. Yank the site. Refund peeps. Or I'm dropping fraud charges with our CMP. You wouldn't nuke your nephew. Test me. He hung. Check the site. Still up. Rang Morrison. He's stonewalling. Push everything. Got it. Injunction tomorrow. Hitting our CMP fraud squad. That night, cams caught Marcus at 9:30. He prowled, trying doors and windows, all bolted. Stood on deck minutes, hands pocketed, glaring at dark windows. Then bounced. Peeped footage next morning over coffee, watching his mug on screen. Looked pissed, entitled, shocked I was clapping back. Our CMP constable hit my cabin 3 days later. Constable Jennifer Shue, pro and detailed. Walked her through, initial pitch, my nose, site, bookings, ignored cease letter. He collect dough. Can't prove, but site's got confirmed rezos. First tomorrow. He try sneaking in? Showed footage of his night creep. Mer. Cartwright, straight up, this is fraud. Running rentals on non-owned property, criminal. But real talk, you wanna go criminal. Family messes it up. Wanna stop him, whatever, she noted. Opening probe. If he shows with guests tomorrow, hit me. Don't engage. Next evening at 6, lights up driveway. Marcus's ride, plus another with a couple, probs 30s, called shoe. They're here, don't open. I'm 20 out. Watch from window as they hit deck. Marcus tried door. Locked, knocked. Uncle Thomas, Marcus here. Guests checking in. Stayed mum. Phone recording. Knocking amped. Uncle Thomas. Open. These folks dropped good cash. Couple looked weirded out. Chick said something to Marcus. He stirred, bullshitting excuses. 15 minutes later, Shoe's cruiser rolls in. I opened as she neared. Mr. Cartwright, stay in. Watched her chat Couple shocked, then mad. They bailed fast. Marcus argued with Shoe minutes. She handed papers. He read, face twisting in dim lights. After he split, Shoe at door. Told him he's under fraud probe. Ordered to stop rentals, refund, no contact except lawyers. He blew the cease, boosts your case. Those guests. Drop $2,000 for $100 for a week. They're livid. Charges? Crown decides, but documented tonight. Evidence solid. After she dipped, I sat in quiet cabin. Stove crackled, inlet dark, chill. I'd guarded my spot, but the toll was real. Nephew facing probe. Carol never forgive. Fam cracking. Poured to fingers scotch, rare for me. Hit deck. November air bit, but needed it. Thought of Margaret, what she'd say. Practical, fair. She'd back protecting property, but mourn fam fallout too. Phone rang. Carol, almost ghosted, but dodging ain't help. You called cops on Marcus. Getting your nephew fraud probed? Carol, he ran a rental scam on my spot. Took cash for unauthorized bookings. What did you expect? Handle his fam, not wreck his life with charges. He wrecked it himself. I said no tons. Ignored me, lawyer, showed with customers. He's my kid, Thomas, only one. You jail him over this? I'd guard my 37-year grind. If jail, his choices. You've turned into a stranger. Margaret'd be ashamed. That stung on purpose. Don't weaponize my dead wife. Done. Don't call. Don't hit Marcus. We ain't fam. Hung up. Sat on cold deck long. Scotch bland. Heron waits till morn. Solo in sought solitude. Heavier than thought. Next week's dragged. Morrison updated legal. Injunction granted. Marcus owes $11,000 for fake bookings. Crown reviewing. Fraud. Built new flows. Morning Joe. Reading. Afternoon cabin fixes. Tightened deck rail. Swapped stripping. Split. Stacked wood. Worked at war body. Hushed mind. No Carol word. Expected. Mid-deck. Morrison. Crown charging fraud. Formal next week. Probs plea. Conditional discharge. Restitution. Probation if clean. Record. Means no jail if good. Record. But erasable post-probation. Owes you restitution plus civil. He won't pay full. Probs not, but consequences real. Can't scam others. After, made dinner. Ate on deck despite deck chill. Inlet gray, rough. Rain coming. Phone buzzed. Unknown text. Vanessa, Marcus wrecked. You nuked his life. Hope you're stoked. Deleted, no reply. That night, awake pondering Carol's words. Margaret ashamed, nah. Kind but tough. Stood to her fam on loans we couldn't. Got boundaries, but believed in fixes, second shots. She'd want door cracked. Sat up, emailed, not Marcus, Carol. Sorry how this hit you. Get the anger. Love ya, ready to talk when you are. But no sorry for guarding home. Marcus chose. Consequences his, door open. Visit cabin, chat. Thomas, sent before overthink. Back to bed. Zmas came, went low-key. Turkey solo. Watched heron hunt Boxing Day morn. Inlet edges froze first time winter. January, reading by stove when car. Cam showed Carol's ride. Opened as she hit stairs slow. Looked older, beat. Can I come and brewed tea as she sat kitchen table. Same where Marcus spreadsheeted months back. He pled, she said. Conditional discharge. 2-year probation. $25K restitution. Fines. Him and Vanessa splitting. Saint. Res bills. Shame. She bailed. Sat across. Sorry. Are ya, this what you wanted? Nah, Carol. Wanted peace in cabin. Marcus respect my no. Didn't want this. She scoped cabin first real time. Bookshelves. Margaret's pick on mantel. Water view. It is dope here. She said soft. Thanks, dunno if forgive. My son, get it. But he wrong. Had for months to see he wrong. I enabled excuses. Hands on mug. How'd I raise a taker? Dunno. Silent sit. Outside. Heron landed shallows. My regular. I said. Great blue heron. Most mornings. Carol watched window. Margaret'd love this. Why I bought. Dreamed retiring quiet. Water. Wish she saw. She'd handle better than us. Carol drained tea. Stood. Gotta bounce. Wanted see it. You. Check you're good. I'm good. At door. Paused. Visit again. Not soon. But yeah. Anytime. Buzz first. Dig the alone time. She. Near smiled. That's you. After gone. Back to stove chair. Heron hunting. Patient. Hit book. Didn't read. Just watch water. Bird. Winter light on inlet. Cabin quiet. Mine. Earned 37 years. Defended month's beef. Cost high. Fam wrecked. Maybe forever. But in fought peace. No regrets. Heron snagged fish. Gulp. Back hunting. Back to book. If you dug this tale. Smash like. Sub-shattered vengeance. Drop thoughts below. Next story. Hit left box. Thanks for peeping.